Hey guys, welcome. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, I'm Christine. I'm owner and content creator of bloomingbrilliant.net, where I share educational resources, parenting advice, and of course information about homeschooling. I'm a homeschool mom of two. I homeschool my 13-year-old daughter and my 9-year-old son right here in Brooklyn, New York, and I love to share a homeschooling journey with you. If you're new here and you like learning about homeschooling, or if you're interested in any of the stuff that I've just mentioned, homeschooling, parenting, educational resources, then you're going to want to subscribe to our channel and also ring that notification bell so you're not going to miss any of our new videos. Okay, so today we're going to go through the individualized home instruction plan a little bit. We're going to talk about it and the subjects that need to be covered here in New York depending on the grade level. Before I go into that, I'm going to show you paper documents, and you might think, like, why does she have paper documents? Because now, since COVID happened, a lot of things, well, no, everything is now digital, and I believe that you need to have really great record keeping when you are homeschooling. You want to have copies of all the documents that you send in and anything that's important that they send back to you. So I tend to print everything out as well as keep a digital copy on my computer because, you know, computers crash, and always having a paper copy is good, but also bad things could happen to your paper copies. So just having two options is a great way to make sure that your documents are safe. You want to make sure that you have a good way to keep records of everything that you guys send in and get back. So regardless of how you do it, I like having both options. It really does help. So I'm going to show you how I have my paper documents. I have two children. I currently keep everything in one binder. You can do two binders for each child, but I'm going to show you right now how I do it without trying to flash some information. So it's going to be a little difficult, but I have this is just dividers that I didn't use for this, so I don't know. Affordable binder that I got at like the dollar store. This is like really cheap. And I use page protectors to organize each year. So this was actually my daughter's first year of homeschooling, and this is all the documents inside the page protector. So it keeps everything really organized. So if I have to go back to the year for any reason, I have that. I also then have her second year organized, but I have everything all together. I paper clip it as well, or binder clip the thing and put it inside the page protectors to keep it safe. Then I could put a divider in here for each child, but I didn't because it hasn't become unruly yet. But I have her third year here, which is a little thicker and probably his test results, and then the fourth year, and then I believe AJ starts with us, and then we have both of them, so they go each year. I put like his, then hers, his, then hers. So I keep them, once I started homeschooling my son AJ, I keep them both then like for each year. So say this is for 2020, I have AJ, and then I have Bella, and then I have for 2021 AJ, and then Bella, because in case I need to look up, well, they're missing something for both of them from 2021, I could just easily go back to the year, the homeschool year, and check. But so far everything has been good. So yeah, so that's how I do it. I also keep extra page protectors in there for future years, and also any kind of extra school related material like documentation. That's how we keep it simple and organized in our homeschool. Again, we're really tight on space, so one binder is perfect for us, and you see it's not really that bulky or crazy. It's just the documents they need. Okay, so as I showed you the binder, in the first couple of years I have these color pages in the front, and they are the letters that were sent to me by the Department of Education, you know, saying the Central Office of Homeschooling is pleased to inform you that the individualized home instruction plan has been received, and basically I am officially homeschooling, even though I was officially homeschooling just by sending in the letter of intent. And I would put that as the cover page. And then after, when things became more digital, I started putting the home instruction plan, for the most part, in the front, but I also, it depends like which one I got first. Like, because sometimes it was delayed after COVID happened. But anyway, that's just another way for me to look through the things, and I see the name of the student, the name of my child, what year it was. All that information is on that first page, so it keeps me really organized in the fact that if I have to find something for a specific year, I could just go to that year and see it just from that front page. Because as I said, I put all the papers inside the page protector to keep them all together, because I feel otherwise they can get loose, and like if something happened, they can, like, it opened and fell, all the pages would go everywhere and become disorganized, and it would be harder to organize, so that helps me. So back to our main topic, the individualized home instruction plan, and how this, and like what subjects we need to cover. So I'm going to do that with you. So this is going to be for the early elementary ages. So this is for grades 1 to 6th. So 1st grade to 6th grade, you need to cover arithmetic, reading, spelling, writing, English language arts, geography, United States history, science, health education, music, visual arts, physical education, and then if a child does not speak English fluently or speaks English as their second language, then you need to teach a bilingual education or English as a second language class or subject area. So that one's not mandatory if your child speaks English as their first language. But many of us end up teaching a foreign language. I do. We dabble in a few. The last section needs to be covered from the ages of, or the grade levels of K through 12, and they include patriotism and citizenship, health education regarding alcohol, drug and tobacco misuse, highway safety and traffic regulations, including bicycle safety, and fire and arson prevention and safety. So when I first got that, I started officially homeschooling for 2nd grade, because we did homeschool for the preschool and kindergarten age. We sent my daughter to 1st grade, and then we decided to officially homeschool for 2nd grade. And when I saw the list of subjects that had to be covered, I was like, what the fudge? I don't even think they covered this many subjects in school. But I digress, and I'll explain how you can do this easily without worry. And remember, this is for 1st to 6th grade. I'm going to talk more about the older grade, so just hold on one second. So let's go through this. Arithmetic is math, so you pick out a math curriculum that works for your child, or you teach math in whatever way you see fit. But then we have reading, spelling, writing, and English language. And that, to me, I was like, now I need to find like all these different curriculums that cater to each of these subjects. But when you look at it, reading, spelling, writing, and English language is all one subject. At least that's the way I see it. Because if you're reading, you're going to practice writing with that. And and when you're practicing writing, you're going to be doing nouns and verbs and like the punctuation marks and all the things that go into writing and the English language. And spelling is going to be covered also by reading and writing. And so these, 4 subjects that they want you to teach is going to be covered in that 1 to 2 classes. You could even break it. You could say, fine, reading is one class and English language arts is another class, which is where writing is taught. And spelling could happen in either one of those, right? You could get various curriculums for each of those areas. Totally have done that. I have a vocabulary curriculum that we use, or like kind of, but we also use any words that they learn in any of the books that we read for any of the classes. And reading, I use Brave Writer for the most part, and we do a lot of like reading of books and talking about it and doing assignments based on it, like projects and stuff. So that's how we have broken down those subjects. Okay, so geography and history, that could go hand in hand. When you're studying history, you can also study geography. Again, you can do 2 separate curriculums. I do have in the past few years have used different ways to teach both, but a lot of the time that gets clumped together when teaching. Also, geography is found in a lot of subjects. If you're reading a book about something in like a certain place, you're gonna look, you could extend the lesson and look up the geography. We've learned about geography in music class by learning about places where different composers or music has come from, and also art, with art history, looking up where the artists come from. So geography can be learned through other subjects. Same thing with history. But again, like I said, it's clumped together, and you can write that on your individualized home instruction plan. You can write, I'm going to be teaching geography with my history curriculum this way, and just listing like what curriculum you're using. Then we have science, health education. They can go hand in hand at some point. And also those extra subjects that they talk about at the end, they can fit into your history subject, they can fit into your science, and together. Music and art could kind of go together. And they have health education, which, like I said, health education could go with science. It could also go with phys ed. So making sure that you compact some of the subjects really does help. Don't discount all their things that they do outside of your homeschool. If they do special classes like at museums for art, or if they do sports, soccer, dance, anything, you can include that on your individualized home instruction plan. My daughter does dance class, or my daughter does soccer. You know, that all counts for like phys ed or whatever class it fits in. Okay? Okay, so that was 1st grade to 6th grade. Now let's go into 7th to 8th. Okay, so the subjects that need to be covered are English, history, and geography. They group that one together. Science, mathematics, physical education, health education, art, music, practical arts, library skills, and then the following subjects, which are patriotism and citizenship, health education regarding alcohol, drug, and tobacco misuse, highway safety and traffic regulations, including bicycle safety and fire and arson prevention and safety. And so they also say that the following courses shall be taught at least once during the first 8 grades, and that's U.S. history, New York State history, and the Constitution of the United States and the New York State. English is your writing, I would say reading, you know, trying to get them into like literature and diving in on English language arts. So history and geography, they're grouped together, go figure. We just said that they should do that for the younger grades. But this you might want to expand and do more world history, science, mathematics. So I think we're good there, right? Physical education, again, you can do this outside the homeschool classroom, but it's really any kind of exercise and getting your kids moving. Health education, it says for a regular basis, so you can add this into your science curriculum, make sure that they're learning about their bodies and anything that they would need to know. Art and music, you can teach however you like. I would just make sure that they're being covered. Practical arts, now this is like computer skills. This is like your life skill stuff. So anything you want to teach that's like practical skills, like life skills, like, you know, economics, or like balancing a checkbook, or a home ec, or woodworking, or computer science and technology, coding, any kinds of fun classes like that can be counted here. Typing, these kinds of skills. Library skills is kind of goes hand in hand with your English language arts, because this is like teaching them how to do proper research, how to figure out like sources, how to not just use a computer to do research, how to look at stuff in a book, or how to use like, you know, resources that you would find in the library, as well as virtually. So that's library skills, which I know it's like confusing because like you say, I don't necessarily remember having like a library skills class, but that's what they say. And then you want to make sure that you're teaching the state history and U.S. history. Make sure that's all covered if it hasn't been covered yet. So That's 7th to 8th grade, or right? 7th to 8th. And that is what you have to do for your individualized home instruction plan here in New York, or the subjects that you have to cover. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section below. I hope this helps you guys, because I know it can be confusing and overwhelming, but a lot of classes can be grouped together, and don't try to do everything every day. I have a rotation where we try to focus on one subject a day specifically, and that seems to work out for us pretty well. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Again, if you have any comments or questions and you need any more help with that, put it in the comments section below. If you think somebody else could benefit from this video, please share. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because that really does help. It helps. The stuff that you do for us, like sharing and commenting and, subscribing, helps us in a little way, so that we become more seen by the algorithm, and they show us off to more people, so that we can help more people. And it just helps overall. So I appreciate whatever you do. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. I hope you have a great day, and happy homeschooling. Bye.